Welcome back to LTD Reviewer. Today we're going to be looking at PostPace. So let's jump in. Here is the main page of PostPace, and here's some companies that are using them. They're saying that they have 7,000 teams that are already using this, and they have a 4.7 rating on Capterra. So we're going to go and check this software out. It's going to be an alternative to Phrase or Surfer SEO, where the major focus of this is we're going to be able to create content briefs, and then we're going to be able to optimize them so we can rank better in Google. So let's just jump right in. But before we do, if you want to pick up PostPace, make sure to click the first link below. Yes, it's an affiliate link and I get paid a small commission, but it helps out the channel so I can bring more reviews to you. If you click the first link below, you'll be taken to Dealify, and this is a great site that offers some really good products that are lifetime deals, and this is your chance to get your hands on this lifetime deal to PostPace. And they have different plans. The first lifetime deal plan, the starter plan, is $79 one time. Of course, you can come and look through all of this. Of course, they have some really good reviews here. And they have different levels you can come in at. If you only need 15 content briefs per month, then $79, you're going to have lifetime access to this right here. If you want to go with 20 or 30, the price just goes up. If you're creating, one article Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday times 4 weeks per month, that's 20 articles a month. This one would be the most recommended one that I would recommend getting. Just to pay $20 more per month, and you get 5 more briefs, and you'd be able to use this every single day in your business. Now, if you were actually working on Saturdays and Sundays and you think that you're going to need 30, then you can go ahead and just pick up for another $40. You can pick up this one right here. Obviously, if you get into more like, okay, you are just hardcore, you're doing 2 articles a day, you're going to need this one over here, the Growth Plus. And then if you're an agency or something like that, you're going to want the 1,000 topics per month right here. PostPace right here. Boom, $1,000 one time, never have to pay again. And that is a massive savings compared to Surfer and Phrase. Okay, so let's go jump into the software. I've already logged in. We're going to just jump right into this. Boom. I've already got my keyword picked out. Where is it? I'm going to go into Ahrefs to grab my keyword real fast. Be right back. All right, so we're pulling this from Ahrefs. It's got a good score. And we're going to come over here and see what PostPace can do for us. We're going to go with United States English and create report. We fetch and analyze top 50 results from Google organic search to visualize key content metrics so that you don't have to do it manually. Give us a few minutes to prepare your report. Okay. So as you can see right here, best coffee creamer for weight loss, and it is preparing. It's in the preparing state, and we will come back when it is done. Okay, perfect. We're back. I started at 12:19. It's 12:21. So it took between 60 and 120 seconds, between 1 and 2 minutes to create the report. So that's pretty fast. Let's go and check the report out. So the whole point of this is we're going to create a content brief around this, right? It'll explain in detail what's going on with the keyword and everything. So average word count is 2,000 words. We need 2,061 words to be relevant in the top 10. Based on the analysis of the top 50 organic results from Google search, the number 44 ranked article has the highest word count of 6,000 words. Wow. And the number 31 has the lowest at 422. So that's a big discrepancy, but on average, 2,000. So those are kind of outliers. Obviously, you wouldn't create content either one of those, but it's saying in general, out of 50 results, you need 2,061 words. I like that. That's a lot of really good information. And in order to find out this information, that alone saves probably an hour of time. It would take an hour to just go into every single one of those links and use a tool to find out how much words are on the on each site. So, and then you would have to do the math and do an average. So this already saves a ton of time. I like that. Average readability level is 10th to 12th grade, and it gives you some analysis on that. Average keyword frequency 2 times. You only want to say it 2 times. So the number 10th ranked article has the highest usage of the word. 12 times someone used it. Talk about keyword stuffing. And with a long tail keyword like this, that's definitely keyword stuffing. And then the number 2 has the lowest, 0 times. So actually the number 2, and we could go and look at that and see if it's just like a major authority, a site that's ranking, and they're not even optimized for that keyword. So On average, use it 2 times, you'll probably be fine and safe. Now we can scroll down here and actually see the competitive analysis of the top 50 rankings, the word count, right? So the top 10, oh wow, this is really good. The top 10 articles, the average word count is 2,538. Page 2, it's 1,900. Page 3, 2,200. 1,600, and 41 through 50, 1,800. So if you want to be in the top 10, this is even a more specific. So you can go with the 2,000 words, definitely. But if you really want to dive in, and the top 10 rankings, their average is 2,500 words. So you can keep that in mind. Really cool. Readability, 8th to 9th grade. So you don't necessarily want to go with just this average of the 50 top ranking. We want to know what the top 10 right here. So this is very important right here. 8th to 9th grade reading level, keyword frequency. So 3 times. Images, wow. So this is definitely an image-based post. 25 images on this post that we need. Headlines, 24. Paragraphs, 56. Title length, 56 characters. That's a great optimization. I believe 62 or 57 characters is as long as you want to make a title. So they're under that. So it just makes total sense. So as you can see, I mean, this is going to be a very optimized keyword that we're going to really be going for. Bold keywords, headline 156, and paragraph words 1589. Okay, so here we go. Here's the top. Wow, it actually shows you the top 50 results as well, and the word count and a score. So it's actually giving the top 2 a bad score, but they probably just have high authority. So like if this one, there's only 32 words, what is going on right here? They actually automatically got rid of some of the outliers. Like this one right here is an outlier, so they actually got rid of it. I'm going to click the view article button over here. Content can't be fetched. Okay. We're going to go and check this out. So I typed it in Google, click over here and open up. Something's going on with the site. What we can actually do is just use a different tool, right click, count these words. It does have 2,600 words on the page. So for whatever reason, it didn't register that one, only 32 words. But it could also have to do with coding and things like that on the site, which is fine. But definitely some opportunities over here. I think that when we're looking at the score of 44 on here, I think it actually means that that's an opportunity to outrank them. I would come back over here and also look at, it would be really cool if they could, if they had it in like the domain authority for these sites as just one column, a quick Moz lookup. That would be super cool because then I wouldn't have to come over here and do this. But you're at a 46 right there, a 25. So look at this. Number 2 is definitely the way in on this one, because you're looking at only a 25 right here. For the number 2 spot is what we really need to beat out. And if we look at that in comparison, yep, number 2 is red. Okay, number 2 is red. And then the next 2 should, I would guess, have higher domain authorities. Yes. And then another right here, look at this, coffeehustle.org. 8 best coffee creamers for weight loss. And look at this. They have a 1. They have no links, brand new article, and they are already ranking for this keyword. Okay, so this is a perfect example that I think this tool really does work well. And here's why. This score right here, this article right here, has a very high score, one of the highest scores out of the top 10. There's only one other one that's beating it. But this score is a 72, and it's outranking all these other sites, and it has a DA of 1, has no backlinks, it's a brand new site, and it's outranking all of these other hundreds of articles because it has a really good score. They have a lot of content right here, and they are at the 8th and 9th grade level, and they've used the keyword 3 times. And so this is actually, they've optimized their post. So this is perfect. We can click on it and it opens up a tab over here. We can actually look at it. So they got a good score, and that's why they're at the top. And the reason why number 1 is ranking is because they have a DA of 46. And so that's why they're at the top. But these are all very low domain authorities right here. This one's not optimized for the post. And so that's why they're not ranking higher, but they have a high DA as well. So it's really good. It's giving some good information. I'm not sure about this content can't be fetched. It should be able to fill in the content and show us that, but that's fine. All right, so we have that. Here's all the research. Then we come down to this next section right here, outline analysis of the 50 competing. So then now you're going to be able to look at number 2, 3, 4, 5, all these different H1s, H2s, H3s, what's going on with the top ranked pages. You can use this for a lot of research. Now here's the relevant questions as well. And here's a lot of Quora questions and relevancy. So, and then we come in here, important NLP phrases and words to use in your article. So you have words, there's a single words or phrases right here. And I like phrases because if you use phrases, obviously you're going to have coffee in all these anyways. So here's a lot of NLP phrases that you want to include. And it even tells you, so coffee creamer needs to be in your article 14 to 27 times. And then alt text used in top rankings. Look at all these alt text in the images, image alt text. We can keep scrolling down, outbound URLs used. So you're going to want to use some right over here. Can you add, you can add some of these links, okay? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's just add some links. I'm not sure if we can do anything with anything else over here because we're going to get into the content brief side in a minute. All right. So this is the research phase. You can download this report, which this is just awesome. You can optimize content or you can create the content brief. And that's what we're going to do over here. We're going to create the content brief. And now we're ready. This editor shows up. We have all these phrases that are added in here. We have links that we already added. We have our H1 best coffee creamer for weight loss. And really what I would probably do is say, what I'll like to do is come over here and see we've got 8, we've got 10. So 10's the most on here. So what I would do is do like a 20. We need to really make this good. So I would say something like, actually, we're just going to leave that the way it is and we'll retitle it later on with 20. But I'm going to do something like 20 best coffee creamers for weight loss. Okay, so what is the article that we really, really liked? It was from Coffee Hustle. So we're going to go with right over here. Okay, we're going to add that one. Okay, so you just left click, and then we're going to come through here and click that one, Splenda. Okay, so they've got a lot of other stuff over here, but before we do that, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, oops. So let me go and add more things over here and I'll show you that in a minute. All right, perfect. So we've added a bunch of H2s now, but some of these need to be H3s, right? So I came back through here and I do like when you mouse scroll through here, you can still leave the content editor over here. The only thing that I wish that they could do is kind of make this a little bit smaller and move it over because there's all this wasted space over here, and then have the content brief kind of taking up this other space so you can actually see and do all in the same, you know, when you click off and you left click over here, the content brief, you know, minimizes. But you want to see if you accidentally clicked on something and you want to see, you kind of want to see what you have. So that's just a small critique. But overall, I mean, super impressed with the tool so far. All right, so we're going to close up this content brief. But how do you do an H3? Well, where's the FAQ? All right, so we're at FAQs, and these all need to be H3s. So all you do is left click over here and move it to the right. And look at that, boom, and it's just done. You just move it over to the right, super easy, and those are all H3s. Nothing else right here really needs to be an H3. We are going to fix some of these up in a minute, but there you go, we have it. You can click in here at any time and actually adjust the text if you want to. So right here, we could actually come in here if we don't want the numbers right here. We can just click right here. And it's going to give us the NLP terms. We've added links already that we want to go with. We can scroll down here and add more. All right, so we've got that. So here's our content brief. I'm not really sure what to do next. It's a content brief other than pushing the copy button. And let's just say I'll use Microsoft Word, but you might want to use Google Docs, I guess, if you're going to share this with a content writer. So I'm just going to push paste. And there you go. Suggested outbound URLs to use. It gave us those. Reference articles used in the content brief are those. Those are a lot of the keywords that are added. And then here's the headlines. Okay. So those are the headlines. I wish that it would actually say H2. That would be kind of cool. But I guess for a content writer, you wouldn't really do that. They should know that these are H3s right here. So we have our content brief. We could basically take all this content and go hire a writer or use artificial intelligence or write it ourselves and then come back. So I'm going to go and write some of this, and then we're going to come back and check out the on-page optimization. So you have these things called topic reports or content audits, basically. And then this is our report that it pulled for us, all the analysis. But then when we're ready, we can push the optimize content. And this is where we're going to either write inside of here or paste our content, right? And it does have a basic editor in here, but I would probably write it in another program like Word or Google Docs. Obviously, we have a 0 score right now. It does bring in all these different topics. Here's all the different keywords we want to create. Here's optimization tips right here. Here's questions that we could add to our topic. So it's got a nice little editor here. And then it's going to have a dial right here. So let's go write some content. I'll be right back. Okay, one thing I wanted to point out is that you can go to content briefs at any time and then open up your brief that you had already created, and then you can actually edit it. You can copy it to the clipboard and paste it into your program. It has the SEO suggestions and the content brief, or you can share this. And if you push the share button, you can copy this, and this is what it'll look like to the person that you give this link out to. They'll actually have access to look at it right here, and it's nice and fancy, so you can do what you wish in that respect. Now I'm going to go back over to content briefs or the content audit, actually, the topic report, view report, and then I want to come down and I want to gather a few more questions. So we're going to come down here, and here's some questions. Okay, so the article is written. Let's check this out. So we have 2,500 words, so we're right there where we need to be at the 2,500 word level. We have our introduction. We have all the H2s and H3s in this article. We're going to go and check out the optimizer now. So I'm going to take all this content, Control A. We're going to copy all that. We're going to come back into PostPace, and inside of PostPace, where do we find it? We're going to go to optimize content, and we are going to paste this in. Boom. And the dial is going to go up. So we have some optimization to do, but we have a 40 score right now. We need to shoot for 90 or higher. We need some more words. The readability is good, so we have a green check mark there. Keyword usage suggestion based on the top, so use keyword 1 to 3 times in total for best results. So I don't think best coffee creamer for weight loss. So if I type in best, I just type that in, we get a 1 right here, and the dial goes up to a 47. So that's huge. We're going to go and optimize this better though, and put this in a little more natural. But I like how when you come through here, you get the green if you've used the keyword, but then we haven't used French vanilla and coffee creamer. I'm not sure if we've used, it's in red, use this item 14 to 27 times. But I believe we've used it 75 times. So we need to really tone down on the coffee creamer. But anyways, we can come through here and pick these unsweetened, salted caramel, things like that, add that through our article, and the dial up here is going to move closer to the green area. Once we're in the green area, headings. So this isn't recognizing headings. So like right here, we'd move this. Obviously, you're going to want to just do the optimization in here, because I already did that in Microsoft Word, and it looks like I have to redo it. It just pastes it all as text. So this is going to be H2, and then watch what happens to headings. It goes up to 1, okay? So you're going to want to optimize all your stuff inside of here, and this article is going to go up. I'll go do that real quick, and we'll be right back. Okay, so as you can see, we added in all of the H2s and H3s. The article looks really, really good, and we are at a 50 right now. So then now what we would need to do is, and I don't know why it's saying we need 5,000 words, because we don't need 5,000 words. We only need like 2,500 words. So I don't know why that's pulling it in like that. Nonetheless, we can continue. Article title is a little short is what it's saying. We need one more character in there, but we're going to keep it where it's at. Headings, we're over halfway there, and we need to add some more keywords in here. So I'm going to go and do that and see if we can get this up to a 60, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so thoughts. I was able to get the dial to go up to a 51 by adding in some more keywords here. I think that they should have another color here that, well, if it's over optimized, so like right here, this, we haven't used Weight Watchers at all in the content, right? So it shows up in red, but this is because there's a 0 right here. Meanwhile, when we come over here to like French vanilla, it's actually been used in our article 8 times, so it's over optimized, and that's why it's in red. It would be maybe nice to have a distinction between the two, whether you are over optimized, maybe have a color, or if you have not used it at all, maybe don't put it in red, maybe just put it in a gray color. So I would say if you haven't used it, because you don't have to use all these to rank, I would say the red ones should be the ones that are over optimized like crazy. And then gray would be a good color for the ones that you just haven't used yet. And green, I like that when it's optimized. Okay. So obviously we could probably spend another 30 to 45 minutes going through here, adding more keywords and things like that. And we can probably get this up to 60 or 70. It's going to take some time. I don't know. It seems pretty rigid. To be honest, it seems like it's going to be pretty tough to actually get your score up to where it needs to go. In comparison with other content optimization tools that I've used, this one seems pretty rigid, and maybe that's a good thing. I do need to continue testing this out. I will do an update video for you guys to see if like, oh, okay, well, when I did optimize it and it, it's ranking. It's probably good if it's that rigid. If it's not so easy to get these scores up there, then that means that you're going to be on your way. Another thing that we haven't done is we haven't even added in any image. I don't know if this, if you need to add images in to the content for it to, yeah, okay. So the images, like you have links, so we need to add links in, but you can't add images in here. So it's not going to, it's not going to take that into account, even though we know that we need like 20, we need an image for every one of these, right? So there's still a lot of work to be done with this. Overall, I think that this is a really handy tool. It's very, very similar to Phrase and Surfer, and you can get it for a fraction of that cost. You can right now get it at a lifetime deal. I guarantee you this is not going to be available much longer on a lifetime deal, and then you're going to end up having to pay monthly for it, just like Phrase. They all started off with lifetime deals like this, and then you end up going to have to pay for it. One other thing I was going to point out was the only other thing I was curious about is that I don't know why it's telling us we need 5,000 words when we looked at it multiple times. Where it said like 2,500 words. So that part is a little interesting for me, but overall, really, really cool tool. Go check it out. Click the first link below, go pick up your copy of this, and I'll see you in the next video.